Read what he says.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
Come on now. Y'all, now wait a minute. Y'all need to get ready to shout, because we're getting ready to get in the picture now. Because all of these nations are going to be, or have been right now, cast down, although they're still in existence. He said, till the Ancient of Days come and sit. In other words, that's talking about God. Read it.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Read it.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fury flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
It just described the throne of God. Amen. It's just like wheels burning fire. It's just like a fiery flame. It describes him as having hair like pure wool, and his garment is white as snow, the Ancient of Days, sitting up on his throne. Right. See, who was that said? Was it Ezekiel said? I saw it like a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Y'all not hearing that? Read what the word said.
A fiery stream issued.
And that fiery stream was issued before it. Read it.
And came forth from before him.
Come on.
Thousands ministered.
Now wait a minute. Ministered. In other words, that was 1,000 serving him. Somebody say, oh, for me. Read what it said.
Ministered unto him.
And
10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
And there were hundreds of millions standing before him to help him judge. Y'all want to read it? Go ahead and read it.
The judgment was set.
Oh, the judgment is set. Y'all better help me right now. Read it.
And the books were opened.
And those books are going to be open. Read it.
I beheld then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake.
Because I don't care how good a speech maker you are. You can't talk your way out of this. Because once the judgment is set, everything you've done in your life, the books are going to be open. And those books, the Bible tells us in Revelation, contain the things you've done in your body that were good or bad. Judgment is going to be set. But read what he said.
I beheld even till the beast was slain.
Read it.
And his body destroyed and given to the burning flame.
And the Antichrist, this man, will be cast into the lake of fire. The Bible said alive. And for 1,000 years, it'll just be him and the false prophet by themselves in the lake of fire. And the Bible said during that 1,000 years, the Satan will be locked up in a bottomless pit. But at the end of 1,000 years, that Satan would be loose for a season. But it's not going to matter about that season, because by the time the devil get out, it's going to be our season and our time. But read what the word says.
As concerning the rest of the beasts,
come on,
they had their dominion taken away.
Come on.
Yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time.
And that's why Iran is still going. That's why Babylon, Iraq is still going. That's why Greece right now is still going. That's why Italy and Rome, they're still going. But it's just for a time and a season. Watch what it says. I'll get ready to close. Revelation 13:1. Read it.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea.
Now, wait a minute. Let's look at another prophet. Let's look at a New Testament prophet, John. He's standing up on the beach. He's on the sands of the sea. Look what he sees. Read it.
And saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Read it.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
He's seeing the same thing, but he has more information with him. I'm not going to that right now. But look at Revelation 13:2. Read it.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Come on.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Read it.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
And each one of these beasts represent what we just read about. The leopard being Greece, the bear being Iran or Persia, and the lion being Babylon or Iraq. And read it.
And the dragon gave him his power.
But it's the devil that gave him the power. Read it.
And his seat and great authority.
The only reason those nations are what they are, and y'all better help me with this, I can say it boldly, that they are of the devil.
All right.
Read what the word says.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
And the man of sin that's going to be one of those horns, that little horn that I told you about, he's going to have a head wound. Read it.
And his deadly wound was healed.
And he's going to die, but he's going to come back to life.
All right.
See, he's an antichrist. He's going to mimic Christ. Christ died and rose again. This man will have a mortal head wound. He will die, but he'll come back to life. Read what the word says.
And all the world wondered.
And because of that miracle, everybody in the world is going to think, well, this is he. This is the Messiah. This is the one. And they're going to be tricked because of a miracle. Read what the word says.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things.
He's still talking. After he died, he come back with some more speeches. Read it.
And blasphemies.
Come on.
And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
But he's not going to last but 3.5 years. Read what the word says.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
It has been given, somebody say given, unto him to make war with the church folk. Read what it says.
And to overcome.
And he's going to overcome us. But read what it says.
And power was given him.
Because he was given authority. Read it.
Over all kindreds.
Over all types of people. Read it.
And tongues.
Come on.
And nations.
Don't matter the language they speak. It doesn't matter the geographical location. Read it.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
They're going to adore him because of his speeches and because of the miracle that they saw. Read it.
Whose names are not written in the book of
But
life.
the people that can't see through him are people that are not written in the book. Read what it says.
Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Number 9.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
There's a few people heard what I just said. Everybody don't have the ear to hear what I just said. Read what he said.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
I don't care if these dictators that's running about 80% of the countries, they have led into captivity the people. But those same people themselves that's been leading folks into captivity, they're going to be led into captivity. That's when they hung Saddam Hussein, because he hung many of his folk. He busted gassed them and gassed a rising gas and all types of, he killed over 250,000 of his people. He was taken into captivity just like he was taking others into captivity. Read what it says.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And these that are ruling through their militaries and dictating over their country, they're going to be killed with the sword. Read what it says.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
It's going to take some patience and some faith, saints. You say you're a Christian, you're going to find out if you're really a Christian here pretty soon. You're going to get blamed for stuff that's happened. They're trying to blame Christians and people who believe the right things on the guy that flew into the building down in Austin. Y'all better start looking at your news. Christians are about to get blamed for a lot of stuff. Read what he says.
And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven.
This is Revelation 10:1. Read it.
Clothed with a cloud.
Now, being clothed in a cloud gives the idea of judgment. Read it.
And a rainbow was upon his head.
But the rainbow gives the idea that you that are in covenant with God, there's no fear of destruction. For God sent his rainbow to let his people know that there would no more be a destruction by flood. Rainbow symbolizes that God's covenant people would be protected. But this mighty angel is coming down with a cloud. In other words, to judge the world. Read what it says.
And his face was as it were the sun.
And he's a mighty angel. In other words, his face is bright as the sun. Read it.
And his feet as pillars of fire.
And he walks around, his feet are just like pillars of fire. Read it.
And he had in his hand a little book open.
And the little book is open. Come on.
And he set his right foot upon the sea.
See, I'm already shouting because I know the word. Because the beast is coming up out of the sea, but he's going to take his right foot and put it on the sea. Y'all going to help me. Well, what are he going to do with his left foot?
And his left foot on the earth.
He's going to put it on the earth. Because the Bible says that the man of sin comes out of the sea, but his false prophet comes out of the earth. But this mighty angel who has a little book in his hand, he's going to raise the little book and put one foot on the sea and one foot on the land. And that'll stop all of that. Enough said. Read it.
And cried with a loud voice.
Then he cried out with a loud voice. Read it.
As when a lion roared.
Come on.
And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices.
I got to talk about that real quick. I'm going to let you go. When he cried with his loud voice, as a lion roars. The lion doesn't roar until he's ready to pounce. When the lion is coming up on his prey, he's stealthful. He's quiet. And he picks the time he moves. And he gets downwind. And by the time he roars, all he wants to do is escape. And when he roars, he wants you to run. Because you're going to run away from him. But what you don't know is that young lion that was doing the stealth. The young lion, he was the one slipping up on you. It was the old lion sitting over there. Ooh. 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 And you ran from the roar.